Hey, 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 yo, what is up? What is up? Man, we made it back and we are, what they say, black, melanated, whatever the fuck we are. Shit, I'm tired, working. Corporate plantation all day, every day, 8 days a week looking ass. Man. I'm tired like a motherfucker. But anyway, I'm glad I hope everybody had a safe and lovely weekend. Y'all know I'm gonna hit y'all with, did Jesus come back? I know he did. God damn, that nigga didn't come back. I need to holler at him. Shit, I got a couple of bills due and I need some help, especially the power bill and the gas bill and the water bill and the mortgage and all the other clown ass shit. But anyway, y'all know what y'all tuned into. Yeah, it's Sunday, hot than a motherfucker. God damn, it's hot than a motherfucker. But then again, it be cooling down at night. So, man, I guess we had such cool weather all the way. You know they fucking with the weather. They seeding the clouds and shit, climate change, climate control, all the clown ass shit. But anyway, hey, this is the No I Don't Know TV series in this bitch. So if you have any issues and you sensitive, then this is probably not the shit that you need to be watching. You need to take your ass somewhere else and watch some other clown ass shit. Don't watch this. Fuck up out of here. Exit stage left, clown. But anyway, man, I'm about to get right into it. This was frustrating, man. I was watching The Breakfast Club, and The Breakfast Club is very, very, it's good that we have those type of platforms, because, that's a major platform, and, we need that stuff, but I feel like a lot of people get on there and they be caping for everybody else and playing captain for everybody else but us. And when I say that, I'm talking about Kamala Harris. And the thing about your girl Kamala, because I was reading this shit on Twitter, and then not just on Twitter, on CNN and it's like every other news thing, you read that shit and how she's talking about the ICE raids and Border Patrol and all this other stuff. And it's like, man, it's so funny how when it's time to talk about reparations, it's time to talk about shit for niggas, they give you about a minute and 30 seconds of that shit. And then it's this long explanation not to even answer your question. But when we talk about every other race, man, they all in. They'll take 10, 15, 20 minutes. That should let you know the respect that we have with these so-called melanated politicians. And the reason why I'm saying that is because as I'm watching it, I ain't watched the whole thing. I couldn't stomach watching the whole thing. The bitch is phony and fake to me. She remind me of these typical bitches that work at the corporate plantation that'll smile with the niggas and then behind closed doors talking shit about them to the dominant society so they can get to where they need to get to. That's what that bitch remind me of. And the reason why I say that is because, when I look and I read the shit and, the ICE raids begin, know your rights and all this other shit. I don't give a fuck if somebody is tweeting this for you, whatever. It's so funny. Know your rights and all this other shit. Let me tell y'all something. This is to the melanated people and to whoever else is watching this. I don't give a fuck. Look, Border Patrol, ICE raids, my Latino brothers and sisters, I got love for y'all, but that is not my fight, and that's not our people's fight. That's y'all fight. And the reason why I say that is because you can go on all these construction sites and all you see is Latino brothers and sisters, and they not too busy worried about the fucking raids unless it come to them. So it's like, we got to step back and see what we need to be worried about and what we need to be focused on. And when you think about going, I'm going to vote for Kamala Harris if she, she's the first black woman, man, fuck that bitch. That bitch don't give a fuck about no niggas. She's got a history of locking niggas up. How many times does everybody that does YouTube channels or podcasts, they got to remind people of that shit? That shit is irritating. And then I get tired of watching the fake, phony shit. And, they wouldn't even let us into the detention center. And, it was privately ran. Bitch, you know what the fuck is going on. You know what the fuck is going on. You know how these laws are passed. You know what the fuck is going on. You know who run this shit. You ain't gonna say shit about the Federal Reserve. And if you are gonna say something, it's gonna be within the context of something that's allowed for you to say. You're not gonna come out and say, let's get totally away from the Federal Reserve and let Congress print the money, and then we won't be worried about being in debt to everybody. You're not gonna say that shit. But you'll talk all day long, tweet all day long about ICE and the raids and all that. And I was reading this thing where Donald Trump was like, why don't you Congresswoman go back to the country, go back to your country where you came from? See, I like that. See, I like overt and just straight out in the open racism. I don't like covert operational racism. You know what I'm saying? Because that lets you know, that lets you know, and it should be a constant reminder of, they don't fuck with niggas like that. And everybody think that Donald Trump is such a bad guy. I'm not saying he's a good guy compared to Joe Biden or Bill Clinton or Hillary Clinton or Kamala Harris. All these other motherfuckers. They all the same. It's the fucking same. And it's so funny how it's like, oh, the ICE raids and all those people, and they go into a coyote to sneak over here and all this other stuff. Look, man, y'all sneaking to come over here to get unearned benefits. No diss. I don't give a fuck if you are Afro-coon or you're Latino coon or whoever it is. This go to everybody out there. If you're sneaking over here and coming over here and you didn't grow here, you're getting unearned benefits. And melanated people have a right to be upset because our people built this fucking country while everybody sneaking the fuck over here and getting unearned benefits and then having the nerve to be talking shit about niggas, about how we lazy and all this other shit. That's why it is very hard for me personally to have conversations with anybody of any other race concerning issues like the ICE raids and all that. Because ain't nobody giving a fuck about Trayvon Martin or Sandra Bland or Philando Castile. How many times I gotta tell you how everybody was running up to me when I was at the court plantation? Oh man, did you see what happened on Facebook? Ain't nobody say shit about Philando Castile since. Did his family get justice? Anything? Because they don't care. They just want entertainment. It's Latino motherfuckers don't even give a fuck about ICE raids. Go ask your average Latino person, hey man, you heard the latest on ICE raids? You worry about your family? They don't give a fuck about that. You know what they give a fuck about? Standing outside them Lowe's and them Home Depots and working them construction sites. They don't give a fuck about that shit or working a regular job where they work at. And if they all cared so much, they should all quit their corporate American jobs out here in the United States of America that was founded and built by melanated people and take your asses down there to the goddamn border and fight with the rest of your fucking people. If you care so much. And Kamala Harris, with your big head ass, you can take your ass down and take your bitch ass down there too. That's what I'm saying. We always be wanting some type of person that, oh, they look like us. Man, look, after Obama, you can't fool me. That I saw enough with him. And this ain't got shit to do with who she dating, the white man. And I don't give a fuck if the man she was married to was dark as Jaimin Hansu. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Nigga, if your policies don't match up to what the fuck we need done and you not fucking with niggas on the low, then what the fuck I need to be? I don't give a fuck about you. First of all, the bitch lied when she was in college talking about she was listening to Biggie and Tupac. Some white person probably told her to say that. And then, bitch, but you went to school in the 80s. So how the fuck did you listen to Biggie and Tupac? They didn't come out to the 90s. So it's like, what the fuck? And then, oh, you know, I took on the big banks and all that. Man, bitch, get the fuck out of here. If everybody so-called took on the fucking big banks, then why the fuck is Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citibank, all these other motherfuckers, they still around fucking people over left and right, charging you extra money just to hold your money? And don't tell me they not in cahoots with all these other corporations, because you can't even buy shit without having a debit card. A lot of these places don't even let you pay cash. They frown upon you if you be like, cash? They want it all to be digital. That's what keeps the banks in service. That's what keeps them going. So don't tell me you fucking fighting the banks. No, bitch, what you was doing was fighting the melanated parents in Northern California and sending they black asses to jail because their kids wasn't going to school. That's what you was doing. But you don't like to talk about that, man. Fuck that bitch and any other motherfucker that think that, oh, she for black people. Let me tell you something. As Dr. Claude Anderson teaches us, the great Dr. Claude Anderson, we have no allies. We have no friends. So stop joining everybody else's shit and running over there with them and doing that. They don't give a fuck about you. That's why, hey, sorry, like my Latino brothers and sisters, this time y'all gonna have to hold y'all own shit. I have no dog in that fight. So Donald Trump want to do the raise and all that, like Jordan Maxwell said in his book, The Matrix of Power. If they wanted to close the borders, they could just simply just close them down and do like, I think, was it China or Japan or Korea, where if they see you, they killing you on sight. They're not gonna take you in and put you in a detention center. They just killing you. If they just put C4 bombs all around the border of Mexico and California, it was like, all right, we about to call Mexico and tell them, look, if any of y'all motherfuckers sneak over here, we killing them on sight. Then guess what? Niggas will stop sneaking over here. If they really wanted to get rid of all these motherfuckers and do these proclaimed ICE raids, which is all theater to me, all they have to do is just go to every goddamn Home Depot, every Lowe's, every goddamn tire shop that's out here. You're bound to catch some. If you really wanted to catch them, man, get the fuck out of here. If you really wanted to get rid of them, you would do like Fidel Castro did and put them motherfuckers on a boat and be like, all right, y'all the fuck out of here. But I know what happens. It's all fucking theater. And this is what people like Kamala Harris like. And it is. I feel like, we should be sticking together. That bitch ain't sticking with us. That bitch is sticking with, she's Obama with a wig on. With a perm press, Lord Jesus perm wig on. That's all she is. She's not for melanated people. And stop thinking that your vote fucking count. If your vote counted, it wouldn't be voting. That's why they have the electoral college. They the niggas that decide who they really want to put in office, not you, clown. This whole situation, how it's set up, it was set up by the dominant society who are a part of the system of white supremacy. Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, all these motherfuckers, they didn't give a fuck about niggas that way. Why would they set up a system for you? That's why we gotta know the law. We gotta do things like get the Black's Law Dictionary so we can kind of know and look up certain things. I be looking up things. You gotta know what money, currency is. There's a difference between money and currency. You gotta get Neely Fuller Jr.'s book. You gotta get this book, A Compensatory Counter-Racist Code. I call it the Compensatory Counter-Racist Code of Ethics. Shit, fuck that. I tell you exactly what you need to know. And if you don't know about racism, white supremacy, everything else you do will confuse you. And you know what? That's why I used to always be confused and running around like, man, why they don't fuck with me like that, man? Like, damn, I'm trying to do everything, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just trying to do what I need to do. Buffoon. And that's exactly what happens. You turn out and be a goddamn clown. I'm watching this shit on The Breakfast Club and I'm like, oh my God. She sounds horrible. And what trips me out the most is, won't they fight for the LGBTQ, LMNOP, XYZ, and the Latino community? They'll fight for everybody else. But once the turn comes towards our way, once it's like time to pass the torch to the melanated people, they skip over us. Then that's like, oh yeah, you only got a minute and 30 seconds type shit. And then you got to have to say what you need to say. Then it's back to the Latinos. But then you don't want them here. That's why I think it's all theater. So you got Donald Trump talking about, oh, well, fuck these motherfuckers. We don't want them here. Get them the fuck up out of here. Woo, woo. And then you got the Democratic side that's like, oh, no, you know, we got to fight for DACA and all this other shit. Like Kamala Harris. She always talk about DACA. That same shit Barack Obama. Now, this y'all president, which I thought, hey, man, it's a brother, you know, woo, woo. We were so in love with the imagery of Barack Obama and the black man in the White House, all this other shit, but he did very little, if not none. He didn't even speak up for black people at all. He didn't even care. You don't even see him no more. Just like you don't see fucking Hillary Clinton. And didn't Donald Trump say he was gonna lock her up? And that's what this bitch said on The Breakfast Club, that she wanted to lock up Donald Trump. Man, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Yo, black ass ain't finna lock up shit but other black people. They'll let you do that all day long. Remember, this is their system. So anybody out there thinking, oh, I'm gonna go vote and I'm gonna vote for them and you know what I'm saying, and it's gonna be all cool and kumbaya like when Barack, you know, that's why when people be like, man, you know, Barack, you know, Donald Trump is just so bad when it comes, you know, because Barack, he did this and all that. Yeah. They on the same page, man. I don't give a fuck about that shit. No, the only thing that Donald Trump did that really, really slapped black people in the face was them goddamn income taxes. That's what woke niggas up. When they went to goddamn Jackson Hewitt and was like, wait, what, man? Man, what? Nigga, I'm only getting $230 back. Nigga, I'm used to getting $1,500. Nigga, what happened? Oh, Donald Trump, man. Now you like, oh man, we gotta get this motherfucker up out of here. Hopefully he'll wake y'all niggas up. And let me tell you something. Kamala Harris ain't gonna do nothing different than what Donald Trump is doing. He's gonna win again. He just let everybody know the dominant society still don't like you, nigga. That's all he doing. So I don't understand. That's why a lot of niggas has made songs with about Donald Trump, and I'm trying to get this Donald Trump money. And you know, he hanging out with the Democratic Party, and then he flipped it on everybody. And now everybody like, fuck Donald Trump and all this other stuff. It's like, but y'all niggas was smiling with that nigga though. And what tripped me out is about rappers, you know, you want to get Donald Trump money, but he was a billionaire. His daddy gave him $5 million just to go fuck off. Y'all had to actually go out there and go earn y'all money. And y'all, and look, let me tell you something. No diss Jay-Z or none of that other shit, but nigga, Jay-Z is about as good as it get with the black billionaire bullshit. Cause y'all niggas can fucking forget that. And then when you really, look, wealth is the abundance of assets minus your liabilities. So, of course, we don't know what Jay-Z's liabilities are because they're not going to put that in the Forbes magazine. Look, the Forbes magazine is motherfuckers that they want y'all to know. First of all, know the history of who Bernie Forbes was, and he was the nigga that was going to crack the case on the Federal Reserve. Then they made a book. You can have a book and you can put the people you want to put in the book who's billionaires. You don't know what the fuck is really going on. Because why is it every time we talk about fortunes in the Forbes, they give you Warren Buffett and Bill Gates. But why is it we can't never find out about the Morgans or the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers or the Carnegies or the Vanderbilts? They don't never talk about them in that Forbes magazine, but they always talking about these new motherfuckers and make it sound so luxurious. Man, please. And like I said, Jay-Z, Hove is about as good as it's gonna get for y'all niggas as far as on the billionaire side of the game. Please. That's it. That's a wrap. So it's like, man, I look at these things, man, I'll just be like, man, I'm watching this interview and she just going on and on and on about the Latino community, and it's like, god damn, they got, what's her name? Ocasio-Cortez, whatever the fuck that bitch's name is. They got that bitch. Let that bitch fight for them. She even had the nerve to talk about that they deserve reparations. Bitch, how the fuck y'all deserve reparations? You better go read Ivan Van Sertima, Dr. Ivan Van Sertima's book, They Came Before Columbus. Bitch, we was already over here. And that ain't even Christopher Columbus's real name. That's why I be laughing, man. Yeah, school education is a fucking sham. and let me tell you this. I'm gonna be laughing at all you dumbass niggas when Trump wins again. Not that I particularly like Trump, because I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. But I'll tell you this. I like my racists like him. Bold and upfront. I don't like my racists behind closed doors running a covert CIA operation and smiling with me, acting like they like niggas, and then poisoning the food and putting it in the cereal and in the soup and in the canned goods and in everything else. And then, so y'all don't like the food we giving y'all? Oh, y'all going vegan? Oh, well, here's the Impossible Burger as we put soy products in it. Basically plastic. Because it doesn't contain any animal products. But we're not going to tell you what type of products it contains. That's racism. How many times I tell you about Neely Fuller Jr.'s book? They dominate 9 areas of activity: labor, law, education, entertainment, sex, war, religion, politics, and I always forget the last one. But 8 will do. 8 will fucking do. And that, look, I'm telling you, this elderly melanated sister was like watching, and they were talking about Donald Trump. She was like, that's why you got to get out there and vote, baby. We can't have this man in there. And I'm looking at her like, nigga, this shit ain't even affecting you the way you think it's going to affect you. Whether he wins or he don't win. And when he do win in 2020, you know what they gonna do? The Democratic Party gonna blame all the niggas. Oh, y'all should have went out there and voted and all this other shit. Man, get the fuck out of here. You better go get you an etymology dictionary. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of showing niggas. I ain't even gonna show you. Go get you an etymology dictionary. Go look up the word vote. And then come holler at me. I don't want to hear no shit about no goddamn vote. And if you want to vote locally, you better vote. Then you better go read Powernomics by Dr. Claude Anderson. And he's gonna teach you about voting in the block. And stop worrying about horizontal issues and worry about vertical issues. Climbing up the ladder, not moving side to side. And that's what we be worried about. Tom P. Trump 2020. Probably so. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I wish a motherfucker would. That's how I be like with elderly people. I don't really be saying shit to them because I just be like, man, you know, they don't know. But when a young motherfucker coming to me with that bullshit talking, man, you better get out there. I'll be like, vote for what? Do you even know what vote mean? Not that I'm so educated, but nigga, after that Obama shit, I was just like, wait, what the fuck happened the last 8 years? What really did he do for black people? What really did he do? He signed the Blue Lives Matter policy, though, for the motherfucking race soldiers. He did that for them. He made sure they was straight. That's why they still killing niggas with impunity and ain't shit happening to them. And don't nobody speak out against them because they all won. Law enforcement, lawyers, judges. It's all the same. They run the same circle. All the same. That's why they can smile with each other before the case start and then go at each other. That's some fake phony bullshit to me, man. And that's what Kamala Harris is. That's why when I was watching this shit, it was hard to even watch that interview on the Breakfast Club. And I get it. Much love to the Breakfast Club, man. They have people on there. And we have to understand we cannot expect the Breakfast Club and other places to ask these certain... They're not going to do that. So get mad at them and going at them and doing all that, we're not going to do that. You just know what to do with your family and your friends as far as not letting them be engulfed in the propaganda. Melanated people should not be sitting around the house arguing about who they going to vote for. Melanated people should be sitting around the house strategizing on how they going to move together as one. That's what they should be arguing about. Okay, how we gonna move forward so we can get this bread, we can do what we need to do. How we gonna vote in the block? Because this motherfucker is fucking up our ward or our district or whatever, this alderman or wherever you from, he fucking up what we got going on, so we gotta get his ass the fuck out of here. That's what you should be worried about. Not worried about who you gonna vote for in the presidency and melanated niggas arguing with other melanated niggas because niggas don't like Kamala Harris. Why would we like Kamala Harris? And this bitch was locking up all kinds of people because they kids ain't want to go to school. Nigga, what? And then the only thing you can talk about is, oh, I was the head prosecutor. You know, I took on the big banks. Man, get the fuck out of here. Ain't no black bitch took on no big banks. Man, get the fuck out of here. You want to take on the big banks, Kamala Harris? Huh? You want to take on the big banks? Then take on the Federal Reserve, bitch. Since you want to take on the big banks and brag about that shit. Take on the Federal Reserve, black bitch. Since you want to be black so bad with your fake ass. But I bet you when you get about them Brahmin Indians, you be talking shit about black women. I know what you're doing. Because that's what a lot of them do. Matter of fact, that's what 90% of them do, the black bourgeoisies of the world that get around certain demographics and they want to move up, and so they don't really consider themselves melanated until it's convenient for them. And then you want to listen to Kamala Harris and everybody else, and it's like, hey man, you can't be doing that. We got to chop that down. That's why we always, see, I blame us. We like dumb bitches like Cardi B running their goddamn mouth and talking about shit that don't even concern them. And then we get mad at bitches like her when she sounds stupid. Then you be like, oh man, maybe we shouldn't have done that. But we gotta start looking at what seeds are we planting? What type of seeds are you planting and what you wanna grow? You wanna grow roses or you wanna grow a fucking weed? What are you trying to grow? You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. You gotta start nipping this shit in the bud. And stop expecting for celebrities that have no knowledge of who they are to be talking about the black plight or melanated plight and what we should do. No. And stop putting your trust in them thinking that they're going to have something positive to say about us. They not. They trying to get they check. That's what tripped me out, man. Look, man. Look. Stop expecting Hollywood niggas and sports figures to like black power. They not finna do that, man. And here's the reason why. Because y'all niggas ain't gonna do that. I bet you 9 times out of 10, every nigga that work at the corporate plantation, if that dominant society motherfucker pull you to the side and say, look, you making $50,000 a year, we about to pay you $95K a year. We just don't want you to, we want you to kind of distance yourself from all the other black people, and we just want you to do 99.99% of niggas will be like, okay, boss, I'll take that. Because you thinking about you, and you thinking about your well-being and how you can live. So stop expecting everybody else to do it unless you gonna stand on it. Stop expecting that. Because most motherfuckers always be expecting the most out of people, and then they not even finna do it. As far as standing up and speaking. That's why I don't expect especially other races, to speak up for me at all. And my people. Matter of fact, I don't even want them speaking up for me. That's why I hate when motherfuckers talk this. I'm a Tupac fan. That disgusts me. That makes my skin crawl when a person that's a part of the dominant society, or just another person of a non-melanated person, want to run up to me talking about they a Tupac fan and all this other bullshit. And then you be like, what type of music they listen to now? And it ain't even no hip hop. So you like Miley Cyrus. You was just listening to it because he was cool at the time. But now you around your own, you don't want to listen to it no more. Man, get the fuck out of here. I don't respect people like that. At all. Because you can't do that in the country community. Look at how they treated that Lil Nas X. The only reason why they welcome him because he a part of the LGBTQ, LMNOP, XYZ community. If he was a straight up nigga that ain't playing no smiling shit, they wouldn't even fuck with that nigga. That's how they done divided our community. Oh, well, I'm LGBTQ. You'll say that before you even say you melanated. And it's like, wait, what the fuck is going on? Nigga, when you came out of your mama's pussy hole, and they say, nigga, you can't check that. You can't check that when you go for a job. Oh, I'm LGBTQ. Nigga, what? That's not a race. Nigga, but they got niggas thinking that. You know why? Because that was created by the dominant society. Just like toxic masculinity was created by moist white boys. They created toxic masculinity. Because they want niggas to be walking around here with jeans so tight you can see the change in your back pocket. That's how tight they want your jeans to be. And they have succeeded. We went from baggy and big and baggy and all this fucking effeminate tight shit. And it's like, man, nigga, that ain't really us. And I know we moving away from it. I could tell. That's why everything is retro. Everything is going 80s and 90s with the haircuts and everything. And I know a lot of dominant society can't stand it. That nigga's hair could just be nappy and curl up and do what the fuck we want to do. You know, trust me. These are things that we got to pay attention to. Not things they got to pay attention to. Things we got to pay attention to. We pay attention to them, we'll be better as a community. Stop worrying about what the fuck everybody else is doing. And I'm going to tell you why. And the reason why I'm going to tell you stop worrying about what everybody else is doing, because they not worried about melanated people. As you can see, a person, first of all, Kamala Harris, what is she, Jamaican and Indian? Yeah, that bitch ain't even know. Bitch, you're not even from here. I don't give a fuck if you went to Howard. See, the Breakfast Club, they doing their job. They supposed to do that. That's why she going to go to places like that, because they going to take it easy on her. She's not gonna go on no places where motherfuckers gonna take them poison darts and throw it at that big head of hers. Then she gonna want to end the interview. When a person be like, well, you Jamaican Indian, you're not even melanated. So what gives you the right to speak up for native melanated people that are aboriginal to this land? What gives you, because you don't see Caucasians speaking up for the Native Americans, the so-called Native Americans. They got their own spokesmen. And I don't give a flying fuck about them either. While they on their reservations and they casinos and getting their money and they got their money from the dominant society, I don't see them running around heavy speaking up for melanated people. When Philando Castile got killed, where were the Native Americans at? When Mike Brown got killed, where were they? Why did they put up some of their casino money to fund some of these movements? Because they're not. Because it's just like when you work at the corporate plantation. Like all these people, these melanated people that's out there striking and justice or else. Justice, no peace. That shit, all it would take is one white person from the dominant society, just one dominant society to drive up with a big Brinks truck, open the windows and the back doors with a fan and blow $100,000 out there. Them niggas a stop. No justice, no justice. No. Oh shit, they giving out money. Fuck you, nigga. And that's exactly how you can divide the pie. Because everybody's for sale. And that's a motherfucking fact. We have taken on the worst characteristics of the oppressors. We have taken on the worst attributes of them. That's why when it comes to money, niggas want to gut each other. They want to be the only nigga out there, Sammy Davis Jr. and WB frogging it up and man, that shit. You know, just tap dancing. That shit. We can't wait to show out and just buck dance and do all this shit for the dominant society. And then when they don't give us nothing, then we come back to our people. Man, fuck them motherfuckers, man. I know, because I've been around those type of people. I've been around them. And I've been around dominant society people that'll talk shit about every white person that's in charge of something at the court plantation. And then that's the same motherfucker you see smiling with them, all up in the office with them, cutting deals with them, making sure they getting their money. I don't respect motherfuckers like that. And that's why I don't like them coming around me. And that's why I don't smile with motherfuckers. And I'm not smiling with no motherfucker come. I want one person to come run up to me talking about some Kamala. I'm like, fuck that bitch. And that bitch can move her ass back to India, where she goddamn belong. Her and her family. And the bitch act like she grew up rough talking about the busing and all this other shit. Bitch, you a fake, phony bitch is what you are. And niggas be running with that shit because everybody needs a hero. And everybody needs a savior. You need a protagonist and an antagonist type shit. You need Mr. Smith, Agent Smith, and Neo. You need George Foreman and Muhammad Ali. You need Malcolm X and the CIA type shit. You know, that's what you gotta have. You have to. You know, these are things that I just think about all the time. I'm like, man, hey, goddamn, man, when we gonna wake the fuck up? As I'm listening. I couldn't even listen to the whole thing because I was like, oh my God, goddamn, everything that's, you know, I'm not saying that she was lying, but damn, you can go on and on and on and on and on about the Latino plight. They got people helping them out. But when it come time to help out the niggas, I don't never see you, bitch. Like Nas said, and the bridge is over on Stillmatic. Nigga, you be busting them guns. Where you be at? Nigga, we on the block. Where you be at? Where you at, bitch? Where are you? No, what you're doing is the same shit that Barack Obama did, except you don't have that type of momentum because a lot of the melanated people have woken up. We've started to read. You know why I know reading is at an all-time high? Because nigga, go on Amazon and try to order you a regular book. Them books went from $6 and $7 to $13, $14. Like, god damn. Because just like health is at all-time high, that's why buying dairy products was at an all-time low. See, the dairy, they lost a lot of money this year, especially on milk. Because a lot of niggas ain't buying milk. You know why? Because we know what milk does to melanated people. A lot of niggas ain't eating beef and steak and all this shit that they say make you a man. Yeah, eat a steak and all this other shit, yeah. And then eat that steak and it's going to be compacted around your colon forever. And they going to have to dig that shit out with a goddamn rake. So it's like, man, these are the things that they've done to us. And then people can say, oh, but, you know, we're all slaves and all. Yeah, you're right. We're all slaves. You know, our birth certificate says we're a slave and we're all indebted, but I don't give a fuck what nobody say. The system, racism, white supremacy is still real. I don't give a fuck how free you are. You free, you know, Moorish Science Temple, and you got sovereign and all. Good for you, nigga. But nigga, for the rest of the people that had no knowledge of that, that's fighting the system of white supremacy, don't come talking that shit to me and the rest of these people, because a lot of these people don't know nothing about no freedom and don't know nothing about being a sovereign citizen. And then let me tell you why, because a lot of it has to do with religion and your socialization and how you've been raised, and everybody's raised differently. But most melanated homes, I would say, out of 100 homes, I would say 85 of those homes are going to church, whether they're Jehovah's Witness, a Mormon, Church of God in Christ, Presbyterian, Baptist, AME, Church of Christ, something, they going to church. And that's taking up the majority of your time, your education, and your brain power. But we do have what's called neuroplasticity. And neuroplasticity is the neurons in your brains and the brain waves. And what it does is it can be repaired, like reprogramming your mind to read. Like me, I told y'all niggas, I ain't read no book in so long before I started reading. And then, damn, I started listening to certain people, listen to a lot of people, especially on YouTube. Like I stopped watching bullshit on YouTube and started watching educational shit because I didn't like being on the corporate plantation and getting treated like a second class citizen, just getting treated like a bullshit motherfucker. You can work your ass, it don't matter. I didn't like motherfuckers asking me dumbass questions like why black people call each other nigga. I remember that shit happened to me. I didn't know. All I knew was it's a term of endearment. But now, no. Nigga is God. You better get an etymology dictionary. See, what it is they want us to stay away from the word nigga because of the connotation that the dominant society has came up with and fabricated, right? But the denotation of the word, the origin of the word, and what it really means is black God. So nigga all day. Oh well. Got it to prove it. Hey, go get your etymology dictionary. Prove me wrong. But even so, even answering that shit with a dignified answer, fuck them. It doesn't matter what you say. It's about what your people think and what you think. Not everybody else, but we more worried about them. You know what I mean? I watched that. I watched a little bit of Dapper Dan, and he was talking about how we attribute like success to the dominant society's clothes and all that. Well, that's a social engineering program, and that's a condition. That's a condition because if you redline, gentrify, and and put people in certain demographics, and then when they see the dominant society, all they see is wealth, then of course we're gonna attribute success with whatever they have. But as you get older, you start to see like, oh, well, it ain't even about that shit. It's about other shit. Fuck that. And that's the way you gotta be. I'm telling you right now, that's the only way. And the reason why I tell you that is because you can go spend all your money and get into the debt and do all that other shit. But melanated debt is a lot worse than white folks' debt. That's why there's a difference between black folks' problems and white folks' problems. White folks' problems is, oh my God, I just had to file bankruptcy because, I want to protect the rest of my assets because my dad gave me $250,000 and I just kind of bullshit all the money off. So I just want to file bankruptcy to protect the rest of my money that I have. Why, man? You want to go broke? No, because I don't want to ask my dad for any more money. That's white folks' problems. Black folks' problems is, nigga, I'm going to have to move back in with moms and pops, nigga. I lost my crib, I lost everything, and I lost my job. That's black folks' problems. There's a big difference. So when you deal with a lot of people, and I give the sovereignty community and just people that's free props. Hey, man, and you found the knowledge, but everybody is different. Everybody ain't gonna find the knowledge the way it is. And it doesn't matter to me. This is my personal opinion. It don't matter if you found the knowledge and you free and you ejected from this system. This is my definition of free. Free is your money is making money. You never have to ask nobody for nothing. You never have to go and sell a product. And your money is making money no matter when you're asleep or you're awake. You never have to do a podcast to sell anything. You could just get up in the morning and chill and read a goddamn newspaper. And you're not a part of this system. Who's free is the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Carnegies, the Vanderbilts. They're free. Everybody else is just a high-priced slave running around in their little game. But the difference is racism, white supremacy is at the helm of one of their major rules of their fucking game. And that's my personal perspective. So shout out to the ADOS movement. Shout out to motherfuckers that's at least speaking on behalf of the reparations community or the restitution community, as some people want to call it. But at the end of the day, people like Kamala Harris do not give a fuck about melanated people. She don't care about black people. So stop acting like she do. I don't care fuck how many times she go on the Breakfast Club or Tom Joyner or wherever the fuck else circuit she going. She don't care about black people the way y'all think. If she was locking black people up in Northern California, in the Bay Area, then what the fuck you think she gonna do when she get on the main stage? Look at what Obama did. Look at what he did. That nigga signed a Blue Lives Matter policy. You didn't even know that, huh? No, we too busy worried about what Michelle Obama wearing and what his kids is doing or what they ain't doing. Hey, man, we gotta wake up. We gotta know what it is. Know that Border Patrol and all that, that's not our fight. Like I said, if you want to, hey, let the people that's building the house, let my Latino brothers that's standing outside of Lowe's and Home Depot and standing outside of the construction sites, why don't they go over there and worry about ICE? You see, they ain't worried about it. Matter of fact, I guarantee you a lot of those people are probably legal too, but they have permission to work. Why do they have permission to work, but certain people don't? Because it's all theater to divide the pie. Benign neglect is what Kamala Harris and the rest of these bullshitting politicians are doing. Benign neglect. I just ain't gonna talk about melanated people. And if they bring up reparations, I'm gonna go on and on and on about my personal shit, but I ain't gonna talk about reparations. Because that's what benign neglect is. We just won't even acknowledge black people. Period. We'll acknowledge Latinos. And let me tell you something. All you Latinos out there and people that you got friends that's Latinos and all that, I don't have no qualms with no Latinos. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Me growing up, they were very much not friends of melanated people at all. They treated us like shit. They did not like us, but they would listen to our rap music every chance they got. They would try to do graffiti like melanated people every chance they got. No, they did not start tagging, because if you did your research on hip hop is graffiti. Graffiti that's melanated people. So I watched that growing up. No, I don't feel like I should be aggressive towards Latinos when I see them or anything like that, because I gotta love everybody. But the FICO score on how they treated my people growing up, nigga, is a 580 FICO score compared to how they should have been treating us. You know what I'm saying? And how they raised their daughters not to date melanated brothers and sisters. And how their daughters, I remember a Latino sister told me, "Oh, I think you cute, I want to date you," all that shit. This was a long time ago. It's like 25 years ago. "Oh, but my dad, you just can't come to my house because my dad doesn't like black men." Why would I even want to date a bitch like that? And not even that. As a Latino, to have the audacity or the temerity to even teach your daughter or your family that when y'all didn't even build this country and you over here getting unearned benefits, that's the problem that I fucking have. Last time I checked, shout out to Nipsey Hussle, they not talking, Benjamin Banneker ain't no goddamn Latino. Facts. And that's why when I'll question Latino, okay, you Latino, right? Yeah, Latino, yeah, okay. Then why y'all speak Spanish but you ain't from Spain? Huh? You speaking somebody else's language. Matter of fact, why are you even doing over here? I don't care if you was born over here. You didn't build the country. So what are you doing over here? Your people didn't build it. You didn't build none of this shit over here. And if we want to go down Slavery by Another Name, that was a book I read. They ain't mentioned shit about no Julio Cesar Chavez, none of them motherfuckers. But they sure didn't mention melanated people building the railroads, as this dominant society white man try to tell me about, oh man, how we forced the Chinamen to build the railroads. They didn't build shit. Nigga, they came in and helped out at the end. Nigga, we already built the railroads. Nigga, you better read Slavery by Another Name. But these are things that are propagated. That's why I just be like, I don't give a fuck about no ICE raids. That's their problem, not mine. And it ain't nothing personal. I don't nothing personal against no Latino. I got love for any race that treat my people good. But I just don't like the other races that will come amongst my people, fuck on the black women, do all this other shit, and then be getting with they people and speaking in their language and talking shit about black people. I don't like that. And you a coward, fake, phony motherfucker that's in the United States of America getting unearned benefits. Facts. That's a motherfucking fact. And if you think you got power at that corporate plantation, they don't give a fuck about your ass either. You there to do their grimy ass dirty work. You are their slave too. Period. I'm talking about to the Latino brothers and sisters that get on the corporate plantation and be a Latino coon. And be cooning and buck dancing and dry snitching and just doing whatever the dominant society want them to do so they can get some Hansel and Gretel crumbs. And then you look 10 years later, they still in the same spot. That's on you. That's on you, man. I don't have any type of great expectation to move up that clown ass corporate ladder because I'm not Ben Carson or none of them clown motherfuckers and oh yeah, no problem. All that. That's just not me. That's just not the type of person I am, and that's fine. But I'm also not the type of motherfucker that be smiling with any other race, and I know you talking shit about my people. Like, if you talking shit about my people, and I know it's on some racist shit, then I have a problem with you. But if you not, we all good. And I know the difference between racism, system, white supremacy, and just you have a quarrel or a disagreement with somebody of another race. There's a big difference. But I have no problem slapping on that racist tag on your ass too. I don't give a fuck. Period. Hey man, let this be a lesson. Kamala Harris does not give a fuck about black people. Period. Just like nutty ass Kanye West said about George Bush. That's the same thing for Kamala Harris or Kamala or whatever the fuck that bitch's name is. She's a fake, phony, lying bitch who wanna dance and oh, you know, I used to smoke weed and and yeah, I was listening to Tupac and Biggie and you know, I was listening to bitch. Biggie and Tupac wasn't around when you was in college. Why is you lying? Oh, you know, I got family that smoke weed in my family. Why would I do that? And what she say on the Breakfast Club the first time? And no, I'm not just gonna do nothing for black people. No. Go watch the first interview. You're gonna be like, oh, this bitch is a coon. Kamala Harris is what her name should be. Kamala Harris. Not Kamala. Kamala Harris should be her name because she ain't nothing but a fucking coon. She's a wolf in sheep clothing, just like Hillary Clinton's clown ass. So y'all better wake up. So while y'all getting ready to position y'all vote, because 2020 is coming up, when Donald Trump win, I'll be laughing at all you dumbass motherfuckers thinking that your vote count. Right. Hey man, it's been fun, it's been real. I got shit to handle and shit to do because I've been busy as a motherfucker, and it's gonna be a busy week for me. Hey man, I catch y'all when I catch y'all. I'm out.